The traditional bed canopy arrangement, it created a warm air pocket around sleepers. Cold winters once killed more people than war, and households learned fast. Before central heating, people did not heat rooms, they heated bodies. One of the most effective methods was the traditional bed canopy, a system refined over centuries across Europe and beyond. If this kind of practical historical knowledge matters to you, take a second to subscribe to Warfield Prepper Chronicles and like this video, because this channel exists to preserve techniques that still work today. Now let's get straight to it. How the enclosed canopy trapped body heat instead of losing it to the room. A traditional bed canopy was not decorative. It was a thermal device. Thick fabric panels surrounded the bed on 3 or 4 sides, with a solid tester or heavy cloth above. This enclosure reduced air volume dramatically. Your body heat warmed the small pocket of air inside the canopy instead of dispersing into the cold room. The result was a stable microclimate that stayed several degrees warmer through the night, even in unheated stone houses. To apply this today, hang heavy curtains from a ceiling-mounted rail or build a simple rectangular frame over the bed. Wool blankets, thick cotton or layered quilts work best. Synthetic fleece traps heat but does not regulate moisture as well. Leave a small gap near the foot of the bed to allow slow air exchange and prevent condensation. Why layered textiles mattered more than thickness alone. Historical canopies relied on multiple layers rather than a single heavy fabric. Air trapped between layers acted as insulation, the same principle used in modern cold-weather gear. Inner layers were often lighter linen or cotton, while outer layers were wool or tapestry-weight cloth. This controlled drafts while preventing excessive dampness from breath and perspiration. Now, in winter conditions these days, you can actually replicate this by using an inner breathable layer close to the sleeper and then a heavier outer curtain facing the room. This approach is especially effective in bedrooms with, poor insulation single-pane windows or those concrete walls that just seem to radiate cold. The height of a bed's canopy really made a difference when it came to keeping warm through the night. Folks back then kept their canopies deliberately low. If the canopy was too tall, all the warm air would just rise above the person sleeping and, that was a waste. Beds from that period often had the canopy set just high enough so you could sit up, which honestly forced the warm air to stay right where you needed it most. This small detail could honestly be the difference between shivering all night and actually getting a good sound sleep. Applying this idea today is honestly pretty straightforward. Just keep the canopy ceiling low and don't leave a bunch of open space above your head. If you've got a 4-poster bed frame, try lowering the fabric ceiling instead of letting it sit all the way at the top. In colder places, people used to place bed warmers, heated bricks, or even hot water vessels inside the canopy before turning in for the night. The enclosed space slowed down heat loss and meant you didn't have to keep reheating things over and over. Plus, the canopy helped cut down the risk of fire by keeping those warmth sources away from chilly drafts blowing through the room. These days, something as simple as a hot water bottle at the foot of your bed does the same job. When you tuck it inside a canopy, its heat just lasts longer, which means you use less energy and aren't waking up cold. For preppers and survivalists, honestly, the canopy bed is a low-tech, high-return solution. It doesn't need electricity, fuel, or any permanent changes to your home. During power cuts or fuel shortages, it can really help you stay warm at night with hardly any resources. And, it works even better if you pair it with layered bedding, wool sleepwear, and block out drafts around your windows. So, if you find this kind of tried-and-true cold-weather strategy useful, go ahead and subscribe to Warfield Prepper Chronicles, give the video a like, and share it with others who take winter preparedness seriously. This knowledge has survived for centuries because, well, it works, and it still does today.